Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP, Dubai, Santiago, and Acapulco. Still first round, so get yourself involved in the comments. Let me see what you're playing for tomorrow. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you want to follow along and what I'm betting on as well. If you do like the breakdown of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. Thanks in advance. If you'd like to get my picks as soon as I upload, consider subscribing. It's the fastest way to get my picks. It also helps me out a little bit too if you care to do that. If you're feeling extra generous, there's a link at the bottom of my pinned comment. If you would like to donate, it's just there if you'd like to, no pressure whatsoever. And if you are looking to get extra picks, yes, to those that are new to this channel, you can get extra picks from me if you go to my free Discord for the time being. Okay, it's fully free. Women's picks are in there too. We cover women's tennis. So, with that being said, what are we looking like for today? First round, first day, and these places, we're looking pretty good. Dubai did us quite well. That's all we touched. We took Wawrinka in straights, minus 175, and we took Jack Draper money line. Easy as that. Jack Draper got through Elise in straight sets as well. Didn't want to put money on that. That was a bit too risky. But we did get the straight sets from Wawrinka. So the Wawrinka fund has began. Might want to put this to the side. Remember what you made off this ticket. Save it for next week, wherever Stan Wawrinka is next, because that's going to be my plan with it. All right. Now we have a lot to get through today. I'm going to be skimming through some things a little bit quicker than others. Forgive me. It's 30 matches though. Okay, we're going to start in Dubai, where our first match is going to be none other than Pablo Carreno Busta going against Denis Shapovalov. And this will be their 8th head-to-head. And crazy enough, it's been 4 years since that head-to-head has continued. They literally played each other 7 times over the course of 5 years. Almost 10 years ago. So 2017 to 2022, Pablo had the best of them, but it's been some time, and now Pablo is not where Dennis is ranked. So looking at how good Dennis has been playing, he did come from the indoor hardcourt circuit, so transitioning into the outdoor hardcourts, it's going to be a bit humid out here. The ball's going to move a little bit slower in the air. Pablo's a bit of a grindier player, but winners can be hit on him, and that is something that we like to see from Shapovalov. So let's just see what the price is here. I don't want to stay on this too long. Minus 195 for Shapovalov. I'm sure he comes out of this alive. Pablo Carreno Busta seemingly has had a better record against him, but it's been too long for it to matter. Looking at the stats of how they play on this surface, if that really even... 26 and 10 for Pablo, 14 and 11 for Dennis. Those 26 wins were damn near all challengers, okay? So, Dennis is probably going to get this win here. He's minus 195. That's a good price for him. Let's move on. All right, next we have, this is bees on bees. We got Zizou Bergs on Jensen Brooksby for a first-time head-to-head. Let's get a good look and see. Bergs came off that second-round loss to Lehecka. Brooksby came off that first-round loss to Lehecka. So they're in the Lehecka club right now. Quite funny, if you ask me. I just want to give a good look and see when these people have been here, if they have before. Dubai. Okay, Zizou was here last year. Made it to the second round, lost to Luca Nardi. Brooksby. This will be his first time here. So a little unacclimated with the conditions. Hasn't been in the best form recently on a 4-match losing streak. I think Bergs is going to win this one. I'm sure the price is very even. Minus 104 for Bergs, minus 117 for Brooksby. I would leave this alone. This could probably go to a 3-setter, but honestly, like I don't care to bet on this one. I don't care to bet on this one, friends. I'm sorry. Too volatile. Best to just see what happens here, right? We have other fish to fry that are way bigger and way more valuable. So, and that actually brings me into the next point we have. Excuse me. One of the big fish to fry next is going to be Daniel Medvedev going against Jerry Shang. They just played each other a week ago. And Medvedev destroyed him. 6-4, 6-2 in Doha. And then we didn't really see him play well after that because he had to go against Tsitsipas, who beat him. So, let's see. Has Jerry Shang even been here before? Nope, he is not. As we know, Medvedev is a returning champion. Medvedev took the title back in 2023, beating Rublev in straight sets. Mind you, people that end up in the finals, it has been going in straight set victories over the past 10 years. So, the bet for the final, if I forget, is going to be under 2.5 sets. Remind me on one of the final. Hey, Gator, you said that the best bet is going to be under 2.5 sets for the final. You still think that you should do that? Ask me, please, because it's a trend that I just can't ignore. But yes, Medvedev should get this done. He's minus 403. I wouldn't take a spread here because I just don't trust him right now, honestly. So, you know how he is with lefties. They just love that. Someone's putting him against lefties all the time now. This is ridiculous, bro. His last 5 matches now. Last 5 matches, 4 of them have been against left-handed players. It's definitely someone's doing that to him. It's definitely not by coincidence that's happening like that. But I will stay away from this match. They seem to be trying to beat up Medvedev with lefties. And I'm not here for it, honestly. I'm not here for it. So let's move on. Medvedev should win. This is going to be another lights-out, easy match to go through real quickly. We have Alexander Shevchenko going against Khachanov. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shang. And they've played each other twice before. This is going to be their third head-to-head. But they played most recently in 2024 on the clay. Went 6-4, 6-4 for Khachanov. Then on the indoor hard courts in Metz back in 2023 in the quarterfinals, Shevchenko surprised everyone, I'm sure, with a 6-4, 6-4 victory. Every set they've played have gone 6-4. Now it's been 2 years since they played each other last. Khachanov going against Alcaraz, the boy was looking the best he's looked. And these conditions are quite similar. I do not expect him to lose this match, but like I said, I didn't even think those conditions really were suiting him, but he was making it work. The ball started to fly crazily in his match against Alcaraz, so maybe he was just hitting through it. I don't know, but this match, it should be an easy straight set win for him. It's minus 130. I'm not touching it because I don't like it, but it should happen. He should win, cover at least a 3-game spread at the very least. At the very, very least, he should cover a minus 2.5. It's minus 240. It's better than taking him to win at minus 400 or minus 388. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Khachanov looked good, man. He looked really good against Carlos. So he really shut me up. Really shut me up, and I'm happy to be shut up with people playing well. So it means that we can probably depend on them later for something. Hopefully. With that being said, though, we can actually transition on to our next match, which is going to be interesting. We have Mr. Fabian Marozsan going against Arthur Rinderknech. Now, they played each other in Melbourne, remember? In the Australian Open a month ago. It went to a 4-setter. Marozsan won. Not too surprised there, but it does go back and forth with these guys. It is 2-1, but when it comes to outdoor hard courts, Marozsan wins. So, looking at his defeat against Rublev, understandable. Rinderknech put up a better fight against Carlos, though. So, I don't know if we're getting a slowly but surely coming into form Rinderknech. But he got really close. I would think that this goes to a tiebreak. They play one every time they play each other, and it's minus 120. I wouldn't touch it myself. This is just one of those matches where I know the players, but I don't know them too well. Where I can be like, oh, the match is going this way. All right, it's done, or it's going to work out. I can't really call it with it. Certain people I have that hunch with that ends up working out pretty well. These two dudes, I don't really have that. But a set for Marozsan is definitely the better play. He's the favorite at minus 166. So I would lean more on him, honestly, but Rinderknech is showing us he's playing better. Against Carlos, at least, which he seemingly usually does play up for, so. Couldn't really care either way about that one. But we're going to move on. I'm trying to be quick about this. Efficient, Alright, our next match we have is going to be Jan-Lennard Struff going against our boy Alexander Bublik. And it is 4-2 Struff. Now, Bublik did just play him in Rotterdam, where he ended up eventually losing to Felix, but he did take 3 sets to get through this guy and Hurkacz. He's number 10 in the world. That's 70 ranks above Struff at this point. So, Struff did have a pretty good ability to stay into the match, though. I'm wondering if he has anything he's going to try new. He just lost in qualies to Otto Virtanen, so it definitely tells me he won't be getting through Bublik again. Let's see what the price is for our boy Bublik. Minus 240. He's been practicing out there. I think he's taking things seriously, but a rule of thumb for me is I do not bet on Bublik in the first round. Same way I will not be betting on Medvedev in the first round. You just don't know. You just don't fully know until you see them play. Them specifically. But on paper, bro, I don't got to go into it. I go into it often, but Bublik is good to win this match. He's good to win this match if he cares to win it. It's an ATP 500. I would think he cares a little bit more than the average, but he is ranked top 10. I'm seemingly would assume he's playing for rank at this point. So I'm thinking that he's going to play up. For the price he's at, take him. If you aren't scared to take him, I just refuse to do that in the first round. He's bitten me in the behind too many times, but when he isn't biting me in the behind, and I can trust him, I can trust him. So I need to wait to know if I can trust him, though. That's just me. Struff had his most recent loss was to him, so we'll see if he's learned anything new. Okay, we can move on though. Another box office match. We just had one last week, but it is Arthur Fils going against Yuri Lehecka. And, man, I would love to bet on it again, but it's first round, and the stakes are way different, right? They've played in the third round before Lehecka beat him when he's out of form. Arthur Fils had a very unfortunate loss in the final to Carlos Alcaraz. Hopefully he erases that loss out of his mind. It's just a bad day for him. Hopefully he starts watching some film on Carlos, though. If you want to be the best, you need to know how the best play. So, 2-1 in their head-to-head. Arthur Fils started the lead. And now, like I said, he lost to Arthur Fils pretty badly. I didn't think he was going to lose like that. I would think this time around it goes to a 3-setter like how it did before in their previous head-to-heads. Given that we might have a dip in confidence from Fils, even though he made it to a final. We could have a very easy revenge on our horizon for Mr. Lehecka. Let's see what the price is for them. Then we can look at their stats. Because this might matter a little bit for 61% on the hard, 64% on the hard for Lehecka, 61 for Feast. All right, the favorite is Lehecka once again at -139. I will not be faltering on skipping out on Arthur Feast. I'll be betting on him, sprinkling a little bit on him at least personally, like a very tiny amount, like minuscule amount, just to say that I did it, honestly. But hope he gets the dub. Hope he wins again. Asserts the dominance, if you will. Coming into the season looking quite good. Going directly into a final after playing his third tournament. Okay. Only dropping a set in the process. So anyway, our next match that we have is going to be Otto Virtanen going against Talon Griekspoor. And poof, the boy came through qualies looking like a bomb, getting it done. But it is the first head-to-head between them. I want to know if Griekspoor's been here before. Yeah, he's been here over the past 3 years. Past 3 years. So I don't think Otto Virtanen's been here before. Just last year in qualies. First time he's actually qualified into the main official draw is this year. So Griekspoor, be quite surprised if you don't get through this guy, to be quite honest with you. You went to a tiebreak with Felix. That was indoors, though. These conditions are quite different. The ball, like I said, is going to be moving a little bit more sluggishly to the air. But we saw, if you watched the Felix match earlier today, ball moves pretty decently. Definitely a bit slower, but if you put the right shit on it, it will go. I think that we can get Talon Griekspoor to get the job done here. He's priced at -140, which is crazy. I think it's a good price for him, honestly. I would kind of take that for today. First round would play lightly, as I say in most first round videos. Okay, and with that, we can move right along. Our next match we have is going to be Alexei Popyrin going against Kamil Majchzrak. And this is going to be their second full head-to-head. They played in 2018 in the Challenger. It was a retirement from Majchzrak, so Popyrin won. But when they played on the clay back in 2021, they went to a 3-set win to Majchzrak. It's been too long for it to matter. But from what we've been seeing recently, they're only 9 ranks apart. Kind of makes sense. And funny enough, guess who's winning more? Majchzrak. He's played against big servers. I think that he might be the underdog here, too. Oh, it's very even monies. It's -300 for either of these jokers to get a set. I would lean on... Popyrin looked really good against center, but people just play up for center, and that'd be it. Like, we don't... He was playing really well there in Doha, honestly. He was playing really well in Doha. So maybe he could be still in that form where he just... Something is like, I'm tired of losing. I'm getting a win now. But he also went against somebody that was like unranked and bageled him. So I guess that's what he was coming off of, that confidence boost. But losing to Arthur Feast rather closely definitely will have me like, I can beat this guy. So I would lean on Majchzrak just because he's been a bit more consistent for us, and we like betting on him on this channel. He does the thing for us. And how he's been playing, like recently, his hardcourt record last season was not too bad. 19-6 with a 66% win rate. That's 11% over Popyrin. Come on now. Give me the Majchzrak. Give me the Majchzrak money line. All right, and we can move right along. Now, this next match, bro. This next match is going to be a little hectic. Okay? We have our boy, Jakub Mensik, going against Hubie Hurkacz. Now, funny story about these two. Mensik is probably the best player here. In the best form. When he's in this form, I think he's like the best here. Him and Rublev are the best here, in my opinion. And the only person that's been able to beat him consistently is Hurkacz. Hurkacz has a 2-0 head-to-head with this guy. Beating him in 5 sets in the Australian Open 2 years ago. And then over the course of 3 sets in Rome on the clay. Had a very close match with Bublik. He was just not playing very well at all. How many double faults did he have in that match? Oh my God, 9 double faults, Hurkacz. So, and the fact that he got to a 3-setter that close with Bublik, he really should have beaten him. Really. You take those 9 double faults away, and the match is probably not ending in a 7-5. It's probably ending in a 6-7. So, I don't know. I would think that he would sharpen his serve up if he does get the win here. The way I have perceived this this bracket going is a bit crumbled because Hurkacz can definitely come here and just mess up everything. He can just beat the guy that everybody can't beat, and then they just beat him, and then things just go awry, as you know. So, what are we thinking here, friends? What are we thinking here, friends? Just looking at last year's record, 23-12, starting this season off 11-4. Mensik. It's got a 70% win rate on this surface. Didn't have that 2 years ago when he played him. When he played Hurkacz. So that number is definitely stronger now. And Hurkacz is 5-2, went 4-5 last season with a 66% win rate. What's Mensik's money line priced at, friends? We need to know. We need to know. Minus 172. What? Give me Hubie for a set. Hurkacz for a set? He's always been able to do it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta leave it alone. I'm gonna watch it though. I can't commit to anything on this one. I can't commit, man. I don't know. Bro beat Yannick Sinner, bro. And then lost to Arthur Fils in straight sets. People just want to beat Yannick and then be like, I did it. That's what it really be looking like, right? They do the biggest one against this guy. And then, like, the next round, what happens? It's like that was them winning the title. Was beating the best. All right, well, let's move on. I think Mensik should win. I'm rooting for him to win, but I can't put the coin on it. Can't put the coin on it. But we will move on to a very, very, very exciting match. We're going to have Mr. Ugo Humbert going against Stefanos Tsitsipas. Now, if you don't know, Ugo is a lefty. I love lefties on this. We love lefties over here. Lefties are fun to watch. But also, both of these brothers have won the title here. Last 2 years, these are the last 2 winners. Last year was Tsitsipas, if I'm not mistaken. The year before that, it was Ugo. So, the fact that the 2 guys that won the title the last 2 years are seeing each other in the first round, nasty work. Whoever did the draw, that's nasty work. But 3-2, Ugo. The most recent head-to-head was in 2023. Okay, so it's been some time, but it went to a 3-setter. When it comes to hard courts, Ugo gets the best of them. We haven't really seen Tsitsipas play against any lefties recently, have we? No, we have not. Oh, this is a good space to have him in. Now, the only thing is Tsitsipas grinds a little bit harder on these surfaces, and let's see how Ugo is. Oh yeah, he played in Shanghai where it was dumb hot. Okay. Tsitsipas is known to get a little bit worked up in the heat though. Mugginess, but he played just fine in Doha, so let's see what the price is for these two. Whenever they play, it always goes to 3 sets. It always goes 3 sets. It has never been a single set win. It's always been 3. So, I mean, if you want to follow that trend, it's probably the best profitable way to start your week off. It's plus 105 for it to go to 3 sets. Don't see why not. It's happened every time. There's been sometimes they play each other. It might take a minute to get used to how to beat the other person, which might cost and take a set. So, I'm not actually too mad at that one. All right. Now we can move on to our next match, which is going to be the final one that we have in Dubai for the day. Which is going to be Andrei Rublev going against Valentin Royer. And they played each other back in Hangzhou. Royer beat him in straight sets. That was when Rublev was in a way. That was quite an I covered that match. And I said that the dude has a good serve. He's got a good serve. You can keep him in a match. He might be able to cover a spread maybe, but I didn't think he'd come out and win. That much I'll say. I think minus 185 for him to cover a plus 4.5 spread. He couldn't cover that with Alcaraz, but bro, 4 games. He lost to Alcaraz by 6 games. I don't think he loses to a guy he's beaten by 6 games. That's just... And I think Rublev could win this entire tournament, but I think that Royer might cover this plus 4.5. I just think he could. I think he very well could. Rublev, his price is at minus 421. It's not worth touching. The Hangzhou conditions may have been a little bit similar to these. It's kind of humid. A bit muggy. Went to a tiebreak. Let's see what that's priced at. Plus 135. Hey, hey, hey. Don't say you will. I think I will. I pray you will. Alright, let's move on. We've done everything we could. Now we can pop over to Santiago. Where our first... let's see, what do we have here? Got a couple matches. Cool. Alright. Let's pop into that. Alright. First thing we got is Matthias Soto going against Velui Gaubas. And we have Soto, who's ranked 316, the wild card from Chile. Last time we saw him was in a Davis Cup match where he won. Lost it to Bilo in the second round of a Concepcion Challenger on the clay. Right before, I guess, the Australian Open, I guess. I don't know what was going on. Okay, well, challenger level gets to the final of M25s. Gaubas literally was about to take a set off of Echeverry a few days ago. Made it to the second round of the Rio de Janeiro. Now he's been qualifying, lost to Bodenia in the second round of the qualies, but still here. I don't know, man. Other than Gaubas is going to be winning, I don't know by how much. I really couldn't tell you. He's a super favorite. Don't touch the match. It's not really worth your time. He's damn near minus 400. So, if that tickles your fancy, then by all means, touch the match. But I do not. Alright, let me get to our next match, okay? Which is going to be Elmer Moller going against Roman Burrachaga. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. We have the Danishman pulling up in Chile to play the Argentinian. Lost in qualities first round to Pissarro, who has been playing well on the clay so far this season. And then we have Burrachaga, who lost to Kopriva, who's been playing quite well, made it to the finals in this tournament in Rio last week. So, interesting to see what these guys end up doing. I would think Burrachaga gets the win here. He's probably a stupid favorite. Minus 281, actually. Not bad. I will just take his money line. He's been playing quite well. Who's he gone through? Lost in the final for a challenger, but got through Laszlo Djere, took a set off of Echeverry. Beat Ugo Carabelli after losing to him in a final on the challenger level. Been able to beat Navone, but couldn't beat Ignacio Busse. That's fair enough. We'll get into him in a little bit. But yeah, Burrachaga money line should be pretty standard. Take that. And our next match that we have, we'll go into, it's going to be Mariano Navone going against Kopriva. And boy, I know this guy's got to be tired. I know I keep talking about it, but fatigue is a real thing, man. And like I was proven otherwise. He seemingly was a bit more tired than Echeverry was. I thought he had more in the tank because he spent less time getting to the final. Lo and behold, Echeverry comes back and wins in a double tiebreak. What? Insane. He had that much left in him. Another 26 games of tennis. But kudos to both of those guys for that final. Anyway, Sorrentalo got through Navone in the first round. Ugo Carabelli got through him in Buenos Aires. Medvedev got through. He's been having a bad time. Only person he can get through is Emilio Nava, someone who's I think is due for a win soon on this here clay court. But Kopriva, if he's good to go, he should be the one winning. He's plus 129 to win. I don't know why. They've never played each other. He's been seemingly killing people with this flat ball on these clay courts, and there's not very much of a difference from the quality and the conditions out here than what they were like in Brazil. So his game doesn't really have to change up too much, unless it's a little more wet out there, which I don't think it's been raining yet. So. Might affect this game a little bit because the ball might be bouncing a little bit faster if there has been no rain, which will only go in his favor going against Navone. So I would take Kopriva for at least a set. It's minus 215. I think it's worth the hassle. All right, we can move on though. Speaking of our boy. We were just talking about him, weren't we? Our beloved American Emilio Nava going against Matteo Berrettini. First head-to-head, obviously. We saw him lose to Ignacio Busse in Brazil. I know that hurt. But that's what Ignacio Busse does. He's a dog. Haven't seen a real clay court win for Nava just yet. Starting 0-2. Lost in Navone, as we just said. Had a little bit closer going against Tabilo, the lefty. But still no dice. His third time a charm. Do you knock out Berrettini in the first round and cause an upset? Is the real question. Based on how we've been getting Berrettini playing, I think so. Plus 273. How about a set for Nava? It's almost even money. If he wins in straight sets, then shame on me, but it's the first round. Hey, why not? Throw the money up in the air, see if it falls back down. Nava has had a pretty decent hardcore... Like, he has some challenger wins. Some really good ones on the clay, but this level, he's been struggling to acclimate himself. Berrettini, kind of the same. Getting some wins against people that he should be beating, but he's dropping a set to people that he really shouldn't as well. And Nava's kind of losing to people that we kind of expect him to, so we kind of expect him to lose this one, but he may surprise us. So a set kind of adds up here. All right. And with that, let's move on. Our next match is going to be Francesco Passaro going against Adolfo Vallejo. It's going to be their first head-to-head. I don't know who this Adolfo guy is. I've never heard of him, but he's ranked 106 in the world. Passaro, we've been seeing him a little bit more, but looks like Adolfo went through Ontario, the lefty. The Brazilian lefty, he went through him in 3 sets. And then Enrique Roca. In straights. Passaro took a set off of Tabilo. Who made it to the semifinals. This Vallejo kid's been playing really well. But at what level? He just won a challenger. Oh shit. Damn. This guy's won back-to-back challengers. 3 clay challengers. That's why we didn't know who he was. He just got all these points out of nowhere. Okay, cool. Cool, bro. Let's get him for a set. Okay. 12-1 on the clay this season. 49-24. What? Who is this brother? 21 years old from Paraguay. Let's see how much a set is for him. He's the favorite. What? Okay. I'm not touching that match. Never heard of the guy. He's a favorite, though. Shame on me. I should know better, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to stay away from that. Let's move on to the next match, though. This one I can't help but put some money on. You feel me? After the week we've been having with this boy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. We got, what's this guy's name? Thiago Tirante going against Ignacio Buse. He's back, boys. Yes, we've got him back. Back in the mix. Got our dog back in the mix. Just about ready to let go of that chain, too. They played a challenger last year. He got demolished by Tirante. 6-1, 6-2. Wow. Both of these guys lost to Tabilo in Rio. They can relate over that. Tirante got a lot further. You can say that much. Double tiebreak. And then got demolished 6-1 in that last set. Now, I think Tarante's going to come into the match a little bit hot. He comes into his matches pretty hot. He had that easy pass from beating Cerundolo. I think he will get that first set, but I think we have a first set Tarante money line. Busta smoke for the first round. Let's see what it's looking like. Ignacio's the underdog again, bro. Ah, come on now. Over 12.5 is plus money. It's almost worth more than him winning the match. All right. First set, Tarante. Ignacio money line. Let's see what it is. Plus 600. Oh, good money made. Wah, 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 wah. What a boo. That's how I'm about to be singing. That's how I'm about to be feeling. If that shit hit. Wah, 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 wah. Can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I do like that bet, though. Like I said, Tarante's got a good game to him. Let's check out their stats real quick. He did beat him before, but I don't think he'll beat him again. 35-22 for Tarante with a 57% win rate. Ignacio Busta with a 63. Went 42-19 last season, okay? I think that we can go for a few things here. The over 12.5 for Busta. Also, the money line for Busta. Both would hit. If you wanted to parlay them together, I'm sure that would be some decent money. But I like just the Busta money line. I like the Busta money line. For the smoke, I do think that you could go for the Tarante first set. And Ignacio's money line is plus 600, as I said before. So, I like that bet. Me personally. Oh my goodness gracious. I tried to be quick with all these, and it's still, we're getting to the 45-minute mark soon. Alright, friends, we're going to move on to our next one. Our next one is going to be Juan Manuel Cerundolo going against Cristian Garin. And Garin is Chilean, friends. He's also a title holder here. I think he won it back in 2021 or 2022. But come on, bro. Annoying. Okay. First head-to-head for these two. Garin has been on a 4-match losing streak. Juan Manuel Cerundolo has been playing quite well. I don't know the last lefty this guy's played against. He hasn't played against a top 100 lefty in over a year and some change. So Cerundolo should be getting at least a set here. That's all I would care to see him do anyway. That's how he's been nowadays. He's the favorite, but you can't trust him. Minus 450 to win a set for Cerundolo. Get out of town. I will pass on that altogether. Bad taste in my mouth and everything. Rooting for the Chilean, though, on his home soil. Only way to go, you know? All right, our next match we have is going to be Alejandro Tabilo going against Tomas Barrios Pera. This is the battle of the Chileans. Yes. Battle of the Chileans. And we are going to be getting into it once again. For the 6th time, it is 4-1 Barrios Vera. But they played at ITF level back in the day. The most recent head-to-head was a straight set win from Tabilo in Santiago 2 years ago. So, as far as quality of play, Tabilo's looking like he's going to get this win. And the price for that is at minus 186 for Tabilo. I like it. I like it. It's the beginning of the season. These guys shouldn't be tired yet. But you'd be surprised, man. Be surprised. I like that. Let's move on. Actually does cover everything that we have going down in Santiago. We can move down to our last and final location. Told you we had a lot of shit to get to today. We're making it down to Mexico, Acapulco, where our first match is going to be Damir Dzumhur going against Gael Monfils on his farewell tour. Battle of the Unks. I'm sure these guys have a long match history. Like matches were just always long whenever they play them. I'm sure. Crazy. No. Straight set wins, always. That's insane. Gael Monfils played him the first time in 2019. He bageled him twice in the Australian Open. 6-0, 6-4, 6-0. That is crazy. Anyway, it went most recently Monfils in straights in Shanghai back in 2024. Monfils might be like, man, I'm just here. Here, you could get the win, bro. I'm not here to like take no money away. I'm just here to enjoy myself on the farewell tour. A little bit different from Wawrinka. I don't know if he's here to really compete. He might just be here to chill. So we haven't seen him since the Australian Open. Maybe he does compete a little bit, but when I even saw him in Washington, D.C. last season, he looked like he was half there. Like, he didn't really seem like he was really there to play tennis. He was just there off vibes. Because he had to be for work, but, like, not because he really wanted to be playing. He just wanted to be around people. So that's my insight to it. It's been some time since then. Who knows if he's focusing up for his last season. Doubt it, but he could be. I like Dzumhur to at least get the second set in this situation here. I think that'll be a funny bet to take for this here first round. Anyone would be. We do call him the set 2 bandit around these parts. Don't we? Don't we? Don't we? Yeah. So him winning the second set plus 110. I'm not going to touch it. I will move on, though. Our next match is going to be Sebastian Korda going against Matteo Bellucci. Both of these brothers were back down in Florida. Our Florida boy, Sebastian Korda, got the dub over Tommy Paul. Wow, wow, wow. The Floridian did his number. On the New Jerseyan, sorry for those who were mistaken from what I said. Tommy Paul is from New Jersey. He's just a resident in Florida. And he's a big nature guy. So I call him a Florida boy because, to me, that's a Florida boy. Not a New Jersey boy. Anyway, Sebastian Korda and Matteo Bellucci have yet to play each other. He is a lefty, Bellucci is, but we haven't seen Korda go against many of those yet. We expected him to go against Tien, where I thought that would have been an easy win in the final for Tien. But we haven't seen him go against a lefty in some time. When last time he played against lefty was in October. And he lost in straights to Ugo. With him getting this title in Delray Beach and them being right next to Indian Wells, I would put a little bit on Bellucci to do something here. I think that's the little sneaky play here. I think Bellucci's actually the one that you need to be going for because I don't know if Sebastian Korda is looking to get a title in Mexico after getting a title in Florida when there's a Masters coming up. I just don't think that he's looking to do that. I don't personally think he's looking to do that. Can't find him yet on the books. I think they know. Is he? Unless he withdrew, actually. Let me see. No, not yet. No. Huh, okay. So let's see if I can find it anywhere else. Found it. Okay, so it looks like they got Sebastian Korda at a outlandish price of -410. Oof. What is the Bellucci spread? Give me Sebastian Korda under 12 games. It's even money. He's either going to win this match in flying colors or he's going to not give a crap about it and just lose. He's not going to... It's going to either be a maximum effort or a minimum effort loss. Maximum effort win or a minimum effort loss. It's not going to be one of the two. I mean, either one of the two. It will definitely... I think we can get some... And if you really want to go crazy, you can take the money line for Bellucci's plus 300. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that we might not get the version that you're looking for of Korda tomorrow. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. And with that, we can move on to the next match. Which is going to be... Oh my goodness. We got Big Foe going against Nuno Borges. Francis Tiafoe against Nuno Borges. Wow. It is 1-0 Tiafoe and the head-to-head with Nuno. And it started with a 7-6, 4-6, 6-0 on the clay. Now, that was back in 2022. We saw Tiafoe really played up against Tien, but choked it in the very last service match. The service game, he choked it and got broken for the match. Crazy work, but Borges lost to Coleman Wong. So, Coleman Wong ended up losing to Kaboli. He had played a good game, but that game won't get by. You won't be able to get by Tiafoe with that. Does Tiafoe even really care to win? Does he care more about... He's been saying that he's playing every tournament like it's a slam. Now, if that is the case, you can take him to win this match. Now, I wouldn't take him to win the match. I'd take him to go over 12.5 because he's been pretty consistent with that this season. He can kind of give us that number pretty often, except for when he's going against Rinky Hijikata, I guess. But I like that number for him, personally. It's -126. Going against someone who should be beating. He has a better hardcore repertoire and record than Nuno does. Nuno has an inflated stat from his challenger runs earlier in his career. He's got a 67% win rate, but it's not really that. It's more like a 52. Tiafoe's at 58, naturally. So, I like the Tiafoe money line. I like it. Let's move on. Next we have... What is this? Oh my goodness, who is this? Oh, Rodrigo Pacheco Mendez going against Flavio Caboli. When you look at that, he's here. Now, is this the same guy that we saw last year in Acapulco? Is this the same guy who was the wild card last year? Los Cabos. That's where it wasn't Acapulco, it was Los Cabos. No, it was here. Yeah, this dude beat Vukic in the first round. And a 3-setter. And we were like, what? And then Casper Ruud pulled out. He went to the quarterfinals and played against Foki and got demolished. This was the tournament that Foki could have really gotten it. I hope he gets it done here, man. It would mean a lot more to him to get a title here, just because it could be his first title. Oh, man, that'd be great for him. I'm really hoping that he gets it done. Anyway, Cabo's going to get this done. He's been playing quite well. He made it to the semifinal in very similar conditions. He should do the same here. His game was a bit chippy at times. It could have been a little bit sharper. I'm hoping that he sharpens up his hardcore game. He's not worth betting on. As far as like spreads go, you can probably get him for like minus 3.5, but I'm not touching it. He's too heavy of a favorite. Minus 440 after losing. Not for me. We'll move on. This is a match that I won't really care much for either. It's going to be James Duckworth going against Dalibor Serchina. And yeah, I don't really care much for this match. First head-to-head, both guys are ranked in 80 and above, have been both losing quite a bit. Lost to Sposuri, Duckworth. Serchina lost to Rinky in qualies. Yeah, just stay away from this match, friends. I don't even care what it's worth. What are these guys worth? Serchina's the slight favorite. I guess maybe he is. I don't even care to look into it. Duckworth, he's got some grittiness to him at times, so I really wouldn't count him out. We've seen a little bit more of him than Serchina, so that's all I got for that one. Got 4 more left, so I'm trying to like push through this so I can not have a full movie out for you guys. All right, our next match is going to be Adrian Manarino going against Sho Shimabukaru. Now, we were going to have Elliot Sposuri, but he pulled out because of an elbow injury. And he probably is trying to get to Indian Wells a little bit sooner. I know I would. Have you seen that place? Nah. Now, this is going to be their first head-to-head. I would think Manarino gets it done here. Svita retired after being demolished in the first set, 5-1. Crazy. In qualies. So I guess he's going to make his way over to Indian Wells and try his luck over there. Manarino lost to Ben Shelton most recently. He's had a good amount of time to rest. I like him just getting the win here. Just want to see how he is against lefties real quick. Very, very decent against them. Hasn't won it against anyone in the top 100, though, except for Hugo Gaston. So, give me the money line for Manarino. Where's the price tag? Ooh, minus 158. Okay, I like that. Take that. All right, and next we have, this is going to be another wild boy match. We have Scary Terry Ottman going against Grigor Dimitrov. Terence Ottman. Well, how do we feel about this brother nowadays? I feel like he's in a way with himself. He'll get out of it soon. Dimitrov played him on the clay back in 2024 and went straight sets in the third round of Rome. Very interesting tie break in the first set, and then 6-3. Kept it quite close. How is Grigor against lefties? Don't tell me. That's just awesome. Very good against left-handed players. Okay, yeah. Jesus. 84 and 45 career-wise? Ugo was the last person that beat him. That was in February of 2024. He hasn't lost to a left-handed person in 2 years. Over 2 years. Come on, man. Dimitrov, why you gotta do it to the boy? Minus 270. Good price for him, honestly. Let's take that and move on. Now, this is going to upset me to talk about, but our next match is going to be a blower. A complete blower of my mood. And that's going to be Zverev going against Mutet. I'm so blown. Y'all know how much I love Mutet, man. And they just got to have him going against the left-handed killer. Why, bro? Why? I want to watch Mutet play. Everybody wants to watch him play. Why are you putting him against people that are going to knock him out? It's 2-0 in the head-to-head history between the two of them. I don't know what answers he's going to garner up to face this guy. He's only been able to get a set, but he's been getting closer. It started in 2025 and back in Stuttgart. Remember we talked about that? It went to a tiebreak in the second set. And then that was a straight set win for Zverev. The next time they played, the first set started 7-5. Zverev. He was getting closer. The next set, he took a set. Mutet took a set. But then Zverev ended up getting the win in the third. He's gotten progressively closer to beating him. Something tells me that Mutet actually may have enough skills and IQ on court to come up with tactics to outplay this level of player. I think that he could just like somehow beat Zverev. I don't know if it happens now, but I think he will eventually be able to have a way to beat this guy. He's just too creative on the court, man. And if he gets into a flow state of creativity, Zverev's cooked. Now, as far as covering a spread, though, we can talk about that. The over total gains for Zverev isn't worth anything. Under. Now, this is also another thing, too, right? Like, this is the confusing part. Zverev is supposed to be... He's number 3 in the world. What is he doing here? Why don't you go to Indian Wells a week early? What are you doing here? This is, like, such a weird draw. Like, the person that's supposed to be the number 1 seed here should be Foki. But you're here. And we don't know if you're just going to randomly pull out while being in the semifinals, or you're going to commit to the whole week here just to get an easy title and then get halfway through Indian Wells and be like, like, what is the plan here? It's really hard to gauge. And Mutet is someone who's like, bro, I'm going to just play wherever I'm at. Like, I'm here to play. So, I don't know. If I'm Zverev, I'm like, Yannick and Carlos aren't here, I should just stay the week. But I don't know what he's going to do. So, I don't know. I don't know where his mind lies here. But let's talk about the last match so I can get up out of here. It's been way too long. Our last match that we have is going to be Casper Ruud going against Yibing Wu. Casper Ruud and Yibing Wu. This will be their first head-to-head. Casper looked pretty decent against Korda. Got the first set, but couldn't get any much further than that. And that's totally all right, honestly. We took him too early. He's got to get worked up. He's more of a Grand Slam player, honestly. He kind of plays up for slams only nowadays. And that's on me. That's why the Stockholm win for him was so random. Because we're like, oh, crap, he actually cares to win? At this level? Sweet. So, his most recent wins, Marcus Giron, Marin Cilic, Jean Munar, Matteo Bellucci. Yibing Wu's most recent wins, Colton Smith, Juan Pablo Fikovic, and Rinky Hijikata, as well as Nuno Borges. Now, most recent losses: Elliot Spazuri, Zach Svida, Andrei Rublev, Casper Ruud, Sebastian Korda, Ben Shelton, Jakub Mensik, Fabian Marozsan. It's worth nothing to bet on Casper Ruud, so I'm just letting you know that now. Oh, minus 230? Take him. Not a bad price for him. All right, that's it. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie. I wish there were credits that rolled down so you could see the contributors of this great film, the Gator movie. Well, anyway, I hope you guys were here to enjoy everything. You can literally skip through this entire video. Go look and find whatever you need to find out about. Some shit's going to be quicker than others. The stuff happening in Dubai was probably the quickest. We talked about futures in the last video, so just go back if you want to get more insight about that. I kind of gave you my full thoughts on that in the last video. Hopefully, you guys ride with me. We'll see how things go. We took Rublev, I'm pretty sure. I put it in the pinned comment. I'm taking Rublev at plus 1,200. I think Mensik will be the other one, but I think he was plus 600 at the time, so maybe we'll see how that goes. But, hey, man, I love you all. Thanks for watching this epic of a video. Hopefully you got some information. Let me know if you were informed, and I'll catch you tomorrow, all right? Peace.